here we are again. So I did do some things after I got off stream that I had talked about. I did finish out the pigeon stuff. I put the app ID and the secret into parameters and deployed those. However, I did get emails last night that those were not working, or they were triggered at least. So maybe this morning I can try to track that down and then alarms. Try to track that down and maybe fix it, and then I was hoping to move on to other things. So here's the pigeon. So you can see it did trigger. There were errors, and I don't know if I can get to the lambda function from here. I think I need it. Yeah, there's the lambda. So what it looks like, I'll go ahead and show the source. It's pretty much just Axios calls, so I get my application JWT, and then with my application JWT, I get my user JWT, and then my user JWT is passed in when I create a site, get the site, and then I'll have to, oh, well, is that part of it? No, it's right there. Okay. So, yeah, that's probably, that's fine. I don't know why. Oh, that was to actually run it. That's if I wanted to run it locally. I could just do node synthetic source index and run it. Yeah. So, but this somehow failed. So, let's see if we can track it down. The only thing that I wanted to hide from stream was like copying over the application ID and secret. So, oh, it's doing traces. I don't really have traces. That is one thing I might enable later on is X-ray, just so I can have tracing enabled. But that's probably something I would do if people actually start using it. So, okay, so I got a 500 from create site. So this stuff works, so that's good. So I had the JWTs. That was from creating a site. Let's see if I deleted that site, didn't I? Oh, I have to restart Insomnia. It happens. No. So I'll go ahead and delete that. Unauthorized. It keeps DynamoDB should be up here. I don't know why it doesn't have DynamoDB. I don't need that tab anymore. The user unauthorized was a code thing. Oh, because it doesn't exist. Oh, it didn't remove it. Oh, didn't I change that last time? I think I did change that last time. I think that was in shared in my port. I deleted this site, but I didn't remove the site. Yeah. So let me create another one. Let's see if it's a 500 or not. Okay, it did go through. Get the site, delete the site, and it's no longer in my, okay. So it was just this one. So I'll just delete this and let it start over. Now that I have it deployed correctly. So why was there a 500? That's now what I need to figure out. I must be allergic to this room. A 500 on this one. Oh, I know why. Because it's just sites. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Yeah, no, that's correct. Post site. Ah, maybe I need a URL? Either way, that shouldn't happen. So my guess is there's something in here. It's probably that. Right? I would have expected a 400 because I think last time I added in, I don't know, let's delete it. I think last time I added in, yeah, so invalid request body. So I got a 400, so it wouldn't have been the URL. So I don't know why I got a 500. Ah, I bet it was the slash prod. Let's see. No, it's slash prod. I don't know why there was a 500. Whatever. Oh, I need that. Index 113. Oh. Where's data? Oh, I did includes, but I don't think it's includes because it's an object. That's probably what the problem is. I think that's only for arrays. Yeah, it's only for arrays. So instead of includes, I would just need, I'll do this for all of these. Yeah. I think that's what we're looking for. There are probably going to be a lot of sites in here now. Yep. Alright. Then what I want to do, yeah, I'll go ahead and write one that deletes delete site. And all this one should do is return A204. There's no body. Oops. Yeah. And then this one. I don't know. Oh, whoops. Got a little delete happy there. I forget what the rest of the asserts are. There's assert okay, but then there should be this. Should be an opposite of assert okay. Is it assert fail? No. Assert not okay. I'll just put a not in front of it. I'll just negate it. Okay, and then I also want tree the site by ID. Get the site by ID. That's a lot. There should be a lot in there. Site, what is it called? Site, just site ID. Site ID. And this should be a, oh, it's a 201. Well, that's not right. that should just be a 200. And then I want to check everything. So I want I just want that to exist. Then we have what? Owner, ID, URL, name, admins, writers, readers. It's a lot of things. And that one should be I get confused by single and double quotes. Where else did I have them? It happens. We have ID, URL, name, admins, writers, readers, writers, admins, name. What's the? Yeah, I should just do like test URL. So the name should be that, the URL should be that, and the ID should be that. Alright, there's the site ID, and then I'll copy that again and down here. Set by deleted site, and that should give me a, what did I have it as, a 404, I imagine. Oh, I didn't even do that. Yeah, I should probably check that. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't even check that. Mm-hmm. what's missing. What is it called? Not found. 404 not found. That's what I'll want it to be. So in the logic, an error missing. Missing resource error. It should actually be there. There's that. And then in here. Not there. Here. Not site data.id. Missing resource error. In my utils, need to add this in. There's my not found. So now whenever that throws an error, it's propagated out through the error handling wrapper and it'll return a 404. So in here, retrieve site by ID, missing site, and this should be a 404. Oh, that's not right. That'd be funny. I don't want any of that. Okay. So let's see what we do here. We retrieve the application JWT, retrieve the user JWT, we create a site, we make sure get sites includes the new sites, we retrieve the site by ID, we delete the site, we make sure get sites doesn't include it, and we make sure site ID for missing site returns the correct status. See how all that runs. Some of it will probably fail because I made changes to the code while I was doing this, but status, yeah, see the status code is not 201, so I don't know. I need to deploy it. And then I'll run it again, but it'll be up there at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up what I did in here because this is messy now. Delete all those and delete that. Okay. So I think my pigeon tests are going to work. At least I hope. Which means, so I have done the sites ones and delete. which means that now I need to work on this. And for the stats, what I'm going to do is just put a TTL of like a month and then just let those die in a month. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. When we're posting, it goes to here. Hint. Why did I leave myself a hint? I think this is old stuff. I think this is all just copied stuff. So, and that's fine. So, my handler will receive this from SNS. This is a stringified message. I need to parse it. I'll log it as debug for now. And I have this stuff that I pull out of it. Let's see what I actually push through. Ah, yes. And I also wanted to try to make this JSON, not whatever this wild thing is. Yeah. Okay. I think what you would do is here is action publish. Oh, that is not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then I'll comment all of that out just in case I need to go back to it. And we have application JSON. I'm just going to do this from the start. So I know I need opening braces and closing braces. And I guess I could do it all just like a one line. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. It'd look cleaner probably. Okay. Actually, do I want this? No, because I might put stuff in the middle. I'll leave it like this for now. Okay. So, topic ARN is that. We have message, and then we have message attributes, and I think this is an object with name of operation. I'm shooting in the dark here, so I can't act like I know what I'm doing. This is probably an array of objects, and then we have value, which is also one of these. I don't know if that's matching. Does it match? Yeah, it matches. Oh, I see. That's why it looked funny. And this will be data type string value post x. I have no clue if that's going to work. And then the message, I'm going to make that output body. And that'll just pass everything in that comes in from post stats. So let's go ahead and make a new one. And then duplicate this as stats. This is a post. This is stats. And then we have a JSON body, which will have things in it. Stats are just going to follow that whole idea. So I need to, like the hard part with this is I need to conditionally create this. So if it doesn't exist, I need to create it with the TTL and then update it. The updating is going to be tricky. The reading is easy and cheap, but alright, so I think I'd have to read it, get the overall, because yeah, I'll need like the overall stuff. Ooh. Because I'll have to increment the overall every time. Actually, I might not need that. I'd have to experiment. I don't know if I need it. I think you can like add against itself. Just add. Let's see. I think I did that in here at one point. Add to event. Yeah, you just add whatever the count is and then the value. So what I could do is just send an update. I wonder if an update would, if the key doesn't exist, if it would create the key. Ah, it does. Interesting. Don't know why they chose that behavior, but what I'm thinking is one thing I could do is just issue an update. So now I wouldn't have to read it in, check if it exists, do the TTL if I need to, and then send it off. All I would have to do is update it, send an update. And it would just be statistic, attribute in statistic, add 1 to it, add 1 to overall, add 1 to whatever this is. Same with any of the other statistics, and then I'll just have a TTL and I'll just add the TTL in there because I think in updates I need update expression. There it is, set. Yeah, so I can just set if not exists on the TTL, and the rest of the stuff I just update. Yeah, I think that makes sense because it's just adding. It's pretty much just, yeah, that's all it is, it's just adding. So, in my database, in my sites, yeah, I'll do that in here. Do I want to do it in here? I'm doing it kind of based off of sort key and whatnot, so. Wait, secondary yeah. Oh, I already had the stats key in here, so yes, I think I did want it in here. I'll do something to kind of delineate. Site operations. And we have stats operations, which could be moved into its own file later on if needed. Let's see. An async function. Add to stats. I need the site ID and then stats. And then this is going to be an update. So I need this type of ID. ID is ID, and then secondary ID is stats. Secondary ID. There we go. And then update params. And update params, in the past I've used something like this. So you would call construct updates, give it a body, which is just an object of like keys and values. Then if a value exists, it pushes all of this stuff which gets set in the correct payload parameters for an update expression. The difference is this is a set, and I would probably want it to be an add. So the set would be good for the TTL, but I can just add that in manually, like at the end of it. Is there a limit on how big an update expression can be? What are some of the errors? Maybe that'll tell me. No. Okay. Where is it? Oh, dang it. That's new. I thought I had read before that you could. Ah, it was only sets. I think this is what I was looking at before. Was not ads. That's too bad. Well, that was probably my fault for not realizing what was possible in it. I've been on egghead in a long time. See, just setting. I mean, if you can't use it, you can't use it. That's just unfortunate. Add and delete cannot be used on nested attributes. It's only set and remove. I could do that though. Why would I not be able to do add, but I could do set like that? I wonder if you can actually do it like that. If you can't add. I can't imagine add has anything more going on under the hood than set adder equals adder plus value. But it's an option. So maybe I'll try it. So I'm going to change this up a little bit. This is stats updates. And stats updates. What it will do is push key equals key plus 1. I don't think I have to do it that way. Oh, yeah, okay. So it'd be key equals key plus 1. And then I'll have to have like a TTL. So I think it has to be like an ISO. No, it's not an ISO string. It's a timestamp, like a Unix timestamp. Yeah, there we go, in seconds. I've done this before. How did I do it before? It was in Chrome. Yeah. Somewhere in here, there's the verification TTL. There we go. So I don't know. I'm not claiming that this is where this should be, but I know I'm probably going to need something similar to that. How do you date dot now? That's the floor. What does that do, actually? Date dot now is that divided by, oh, because it's probably milliseconds. It's probably units in milliseconds. That's probably why. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that. So you divide it by 1,000 to turn it into seconds. And then that should probably be a config item, similar to how I have the TTL there. So that's retention period. It's a config item. Stats retention period. In seconds. What this will be, I don't know. Let's see. 60 seconds times 60 minutes times 24. That many seconds in a day times, say, a month. Oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot of seconds. Okay. That's going to come from fig. So that's when it needs to expire. So in here, yeah, that's going to be another difficult part because I have to keep track of where it's nested. Is there a way to flatten? think there is some like map or some reduce type of function. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking like that. Holy moly. Yeah, I was thinking like a reduce. Get the keys and then reduce return object by iterating props. Create a new object. Include previously returned object. Whoa. People do some funny things. This seems similar to what I'm looking for. Let's see. What I'm trying to do is, right, because in the README, I have it nested, right? So you can have page views. Well, I don't know. How would I do? Other statistics might be different, but actually, this might all be not correct because I have like a name for it, and then yeah, I might not be doing this correctly. This update thing, because the body that comes in. Oh, I should also probably go back and test this. Oops. I left some sort of console log in there somewhere. That's not fun to read. Is it an error? Holy smokes. Requested fill with 403. Oh, that's right. You have to tell it to not, like explicitly tell it to not fail if it hits an error. Delete site. Delete site had a 403. What is I forget what a 403 is. I'm ping-ponging around. I'll get back to the updating stuff in a bit because I don't think I'm thinking of it correctly. Yeah, I don't think I'm thinking of it correctly. So I'm going to comment all this out for now. But I'll get back to it eventually. Maybe. Did I throw the 403? I don't remember what a 403 is. Forbidden? That sounds like something I might throw. No. But I got a 403. Let me see what I did over here. Because I know that I validate stat. That's the one. That's what you do. So whenever it's supposed to fail, one of those, you have to do validate status equals null, or else it will throw. But it looks like it's throwing somewhere else anyway, so I don't know. Delete. It was on delete. Oh, it's probably because they didn't put a site ID. What did it error out with that caused it to like... I don't know. It does it twice, so probably don't need that. Well, I guess I do for Lambda because it doesn't log the same in a Lambda. .401. It's a 401 if it doesn't exist. Oh, it goes through. Okay, I think I know what happened. So when I did the get in here, and it threw this missing resource error, that shouldn't have been there. It should have been in here when you read it, because it doesn't exist there, and so it tries to do all of this stuff and it doesn't find it, so it throws that error, which propagates up first. Yeah, so I don't think it belongs there. I don't know if this has errors in it. Oh, it does. Okay. It instead belongs in here, not in here. And then I think it's fine. Cross my fingers. What? Oh. And then I think if I can get the pigeon stuff to work, I think I'll go ahead and call it a day. And I'll definitely have to think about... Well, there are two things on the stats stuff that could grind me to a standstill. I don't know about standstill, but I really hope that I can do the set value equals value plus 1. I kind of have to hope that that works, or else I don't know how I'm going to do the nest. I'm going to have to redesign the schema for doing the nested statistics. That's fine. That's all part of it. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to do my updates, because I don't think I had that correct. I need to figure out the... Excuse me. I need to figure out the payload that gets sent from the browser to the API to track it. Yeah, so I need to check the pay. I need to figure out that payload, and then I need to figure out how I'm going to read it and transform it into updates for DynamoDB, and then send that update. Because I think that's fine. And what's the TTL update is equal to... It was like set TTL if not exists, right? Is that what it was? Path, operand. I've never used that. I just want an example. Oh, I see. Interesting. If not exists. If the item does not contain an attribute at the specified path, then if not exists evaluates to operand. Otherwise, it evaluates the path. So, it's pretty much having like a default. So I think I would do set TTL equals if not exists TTL. Otherwise, TTL. I think that's what this guy was saying. That's what it looks like. And then I can do updates.push TTL update. And then they would just add in there. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do the stats. I just need to figure out what the payload looks like for this. Once I figure out the structure that I want for this, then I can translate it into these updates. And I should probably make a model for API Gateway. But the rest of this stuff should be fine. Yeah. That's pushed. Let's go back into here and try this again. Here we go. My tests should work. I'm sure there's more garbage in here. I would, well, maybe not garbage, but what was this one? Site 4.6. Okay, so it's just that one. I'll go ahead and delete this. Delete him. Yep. Oh, it didn't delete, did it? And then in here, delete that. It's coming along, but it still needs a little work. And then I'm going to go to, I think this is the one, yeah. And I just want to test it. I just want to run it. Sure. What's wrong with this? Why can't I save it? Oh. make sure that this can actually do the same thing. Response was null. There were no errors, which means it passed, which is good. And I think I can look at alarms. I forget what the alarm was triggered off of. The alarm is triggered off of the Lambda function itself, whenever the Lambda function errored out. What's wrong with this? This is so slow. There we go. Cool. And there's 0 errors. So I think we're good. Cool. And then as I create new functionality, I'll add it into that little array of tests. What's the timeout for? How long did it take? 7 seconds? What's my timeout? 1 minute? Okay. Might be something to look into or like keep track of, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today. I would say it's a good thing I got the pigeon stuff done, and I realized that I'm going to have to not redesign, but just figure out what this is going to look like, and then what this is going to look like. I think I will probably make a model for API Gateway. Actually, I will make a model for API Gateway, but I just need to figure out what that's going to look like. So, cool. Well, thanks for watching. If you did, hopefully this is entertaining enough. If you're interested in using, like I say, in all of these, if you're interested in using whatever I'm doing here, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you set it up if you need. But it's mostly just for fun. I'll be using it on my website eventually, but yeah, hopefully it's fun. Hopefully you like it. Feel free to use it. It's open source. I try to remember to push it to the GitHub repo after I work on it. So it should be there. If you need to contact me or if you want to reach out, let me know if you like this kind of thing or not. Feel free to. My email's probably all over the place at this point. And my blog's a good place to read about what I'm doing. So thanks for watching.